inequalities between countries.
Nigeria's Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Akinwunmi Adesina, engaging with emerging African scholars and leaders from the Archbishop Tutu Leadership Fellowship at the Said Business School, Oxford University, England. He shares with the group milestones in Nigeria's bold policies and institutional reforms on transforming agriculture into a revenue and job-spinning sector. Dr. Adesina believes that Africa's future lies in the innovative mobilization of its land and labor capital as a means to achieving inclusive growth. He encourages these future leaders to champion this cause.
It's got to be an Africa that's very prosperous, but that has inclusive growth. It can't just be one in which we have GDP growing, people don't eat GDP.
Yeah.
The inclusive growth process that Africa needs must be one that carries hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. And the way to do that is to get agriculture working in every single African country as a business, not as a way of life.
Low human capital development amidst infrastructural deficits is a shared challenge across Africa. These scholars agree that a rising GDP does little for actual poverty eradication, and they are geared up to reshape Africa's economic future.
The GDP doesn't put bread on the table. It doesn't feed people. And it's just a word that we throw around now as if because we've ticked that box, so people's lives should have changed along with it, which is not the case.
We're never going to change the people that are there in our politics. So it requires us getting in that environment and being the change that we want to see.
We need to unlock the potentials, especially in agriculture. Agriculture is not just a way of life, it's a business in which we need to engage in.
Meanwhile, Dr. Adesina says Nigeria is a few years away from ending rice importation.
We have right now over 6 million farmers cumulatively that are growing these new varieties. We have 2 million hectares under new rice varieties in Nigeria. And so with the new investment coming in from Dangote, from Olam and so on, I believe that in 3-4 years, Nigeria will be next exporter of rice.
Nigeria's federal government has a target of creating millions of jobs from agriculture by 2015. That's 3 months from now. Part of this includes changing the general perception about agriculture as an unfashionable means of livelihood. From Oxford, England, Doris Okenwa reporting for Channels Television News.